Thank you. Thank you. It's a real thrill for me to be here. They're treating me great. It's my first time here, and they're treating me really, really well. Like, they put me up at a great hotel, like a top-of-the-line 5-star hotel, which is great, except I'm not a top-of-the-line 5-star hotel kind of guy. I'm a guy that wears a jacket in front of people, so I only have to iron this part of my shirt kind of guy. I don't like it. You know what a top-of-the-line 5-star hotel doesn't have? The complimentary breakfast. I need the complimentary breakfast. I don't care about the thread count of your pillowcases. I want free waffles. I love a free hotel. I love a free hotel breakfast so much, sometimes I'll have one at a hotel I didn't stay. And that is not a joke. So I'm pulling up to this building today, and I'm staring at this wonder of architecture like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna fit in this place at all. As I'm staring at it, the door to my truck opens. And out of the corner of my eye, as I'm turning, I see somebody start to get in. So just out of reaction, I just turn and shove this guy. And he kind of stumbles back. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He said, sir, I'm your valet. It's like, oh, sorry. But in my defense, I don't drive the kind of vehicle that you typically valet. I drive the kind of vehicle before somebody else gets in it, you have to start explaining things about it. And if anybody else ever had this, you know you have to give them that speech because you don't want anybody hurt, but you really don't want to admit what kind of death trap you're willing to drive on a daily basis, you know? Like, you're gonna park this? Yes, sir. Okay. Just so you know, probably won't even happen. But occasionally, if you make a really sharp left-handed turn and the defrost switch is slid all the way to the right, the back wheel pops off. I don't know. It's a wiring issue, I think. I don't know that. I'm not a mechanic. I'm just saying, instead of going down there and making that first left, you might want to go down one extra street so you can make 3 rights. It's going to get you there a whole lot safer. That's what I would do. You're a grown man, make your own decisions, you know. And he gets in there and watching, he's rattling my truck down the street. I'm like, okay, which way is he going to go? And he makes this big sweeping left. I'm like, all right, dude, you're on your own. I don't know how much clearer I could have been about that, in all honesty. Go in there, try to check in. And I said, I'm the comedian doing the show. And I said, okay. She said, your room's ready. She said, I just need a credit card. And I said, well, you know, the Huckabee show is kind of supposed to take care of my room. She said, no, they paid for the room. I just need your card for incidentals. Like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna have any. And they go, no, incidental, that's just if you order a movie off TV, call down and get some room service. No, I know what the word means. I'm just explaining to you I'm not gonna have any of this. And she kind of looks around, making sure nobody's around, and she goes, well, it's kind of just pretend. What are you talking about? How about I pretend to hand you a card? You can make believe to swipe it if it makes you feel better, I guess. And I'll for real go to sleep. She said, I can't unlock your room without a card on file. Okay, here's my card. And she runs, she goes, oh, I'm sorry, it was declined. My pretend charge just got rejected? I'm not a wealthy man. I thought I could afford free. She goes, no, we don't charge the card, but we put amount of a hold on it and it wouldn't accept that amount. I said, how much was that amount? She said, $750. She's like, do you think our machines are malfunctioning? Nope. I think those are working perfectly. That's put my card out quick, didn't it? I was watching, those were pretty good machines. But they ended up letting me in my room, which they didn't have to do. Very, very nice of them. They didn't have to do that. And all the years I've ever done this, I had never received a call on the hotel phone. And it was kind of weird. After a few minutes, my phone started ringing, and I walked in and I was like, hello? I said, yeah, this is Becky from downstairs. I was just wondering how your room looks. Have you never been up here? You can come up here and look around if you want. It's all right, I guess. It's not worth $750 and no waffles, but it's okay, I guess. She goes, I was just wondering if you had any concerns. I'm a little concerned your valet's not going to make it back. Guys, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate it.
You live in Missouri, right?
Yes, yes.
And that's where you grew up.
Grew up, always been there.
This has been a tough year for every performer, comedians, musicians. What have you done in the course of the COVID shutdown when you couldn't go out and do live events?
Well, it's there was a lot of things at home, a lot of Zoom shows. People were offering Zoom. And my wife, she's not used to me being home all that time and one. So now that things are starting to open up, she is thrilled that I get to get out of the house a little bit more often.
You think it's about you getting to get out? Is that why she's thrilled? Do you really believe that, Chad?
I don't know. I don't know. But no, my dry bar came out, so that helped a lot. I still got to get noticed and everything.
A lot of people may not even know what dry bar comedy is. So it's online.
Yes.
And explain how people can watch that.
You check it out, and it's been almost seen by about 50 million people. Just out of curiosity, a round of applause. Who's seen that? Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
About 4.
There were more than that out there.
50 million people. I haven't met 6 people across the country that have ever seen it. It's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah. And the thing is...
Well, some people watch it 24 times. I mean, that's part of the deal.
My mom's doing a great job watching it that often, yes. But it's the first thing I ever had that had enough traction where people would actually leave comments.
Yeah.
And I've never had that before. And the guy that got me, he just had a 4-word comment for my set, just 4 words, and it just said, "A fat Harry Potter." And I was talking to my wife about this. She said, "Why do you let that bother me?" I'm like, this guy called me a fat Harry Potter. I looked at him, I was like, "Dane, do I look like Harry Potter?" And she's like, "Chad, you do not look like Harry Potter." I said, "Am I fat?" And she said, "Chad, you do not look like Harry Potter."
Well, we love having you here. We hope we'll have you back. Thank you for being here, Chad.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me.
Delighted to have you. Bill Anderson, why don't you tell our viewers where they can see more of the hilarious Chad Thornsberry?
Absolutely, Mike. To see Chad's hit special, Junk Cars and Valet Parking, visit drivebarcomedy.com. And for Chad's CD, Smart Comedy from a Dumb Accent, plus funny videos, tour dates, and more, visit chadthornsberry.com.